Yay, part 2 for this November Tuesday. Rock and roll edition. Gonna go all the way to the mountain. Ask the artist, athlete, philosopher. Just finished discussing the DRT for the creation of the UE. Gotta sing some of that rock and roll on the road as they go. You know that it is rock and roll 24/7. With this Aspie, got that Aspie. Hey, don't ask me, I gotta repeat it twice and 3 times so that you can see it. Got it for the sing it for the butchers and the truckers and the nurses, warehouse workers, chop up in the block. Construction workers on the cranes, I'm building one more lane. Truckers on the lanes, speeding on the melody, and not all about the fame. For the love, not for the money. For the money and the love, gotta get that 50-50. You know, Rainbow Dragon, gotta get that. Aspie singing and the sun shining, and we're gonna go all the way, I guess, to the mountain because we made it kind of downtown before 3. And of course, I gotta go give something to somebody. Drop a little package, a little commission for somebody who deserves to be multi-millionaire. If I make $1 million, I'm gonna give 50% half, and deserves to be 7 times richer than Oprah, 7 times richer than Beyonce. And I'm a Swiftie, love you Swift, but I know somebody who deserves to be 7 times after 6 coming that 7 times richer than yours truly. So I'm financially struggling, but gotta say my gratitude here, downtown Montreal event, rock and roll, Aspie marching to the mountain. Gotta say my gratitude, grateful, thankful my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and always gotta say gratitude, always meditating geopolitics 24/7 and predicted what's happening now back in 2019, and gonna do some sun salutation and always thinking about the farmers, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, those in the warehouse workers, the docks, those in the fast food across the North American Collective, across North America, flipping some burgers. I'm always interested because I know that I wouldn't last a little bit of XYZ, and that's what it is on the XYZ, and gotta get it for the LOV and get it for the XYZ, you know, and my youth are happy, I'm joyous, you know. That's what it is on the XYZ, and that's what it is. If they're happy, I'm happy and smiling. And the youth, for the youth, sing, dance in the streets, hands up, and you see, that's that sky up, and you see the melody up in the heights. Heights. That's all right. On the right and on the left, downtown Montreal here, we know that we in Quebec. We're gonna see a little bit of that downtown. That's my favorite skyscraper there. The pyramid, apex of the pyramid. Help build, support the Rainbow Dragon, the dragon house of the dragon house of the dragon house of the dragon. Pyramid. And on the Canadian-US border, the North American People's Imperial Coliseum on the Canadian-US border, the North American Imperial People's Coliseum, the North American Imperial People's Coliseum, and the North American Imperial People's Coliseum. And of course, the forgotten goddess. Somebody waving for that pleasure and purpose. Gotta get that LOV, and it's not all about the money. Wall Street, please give some charity. If I would have had 44 billion, I would have taken 10%, would have given that 4.4 billion. Would have started right after Trump got elected, and his Dragon versus Trump edition. Dragon versus Trump edition. And we gotta get it for the XYZ, and we gotta get it for the now, the youth is their future, North American Collective, and we gotta get it for their joy, and we gotta get it for those trillions of kisses, which I do have, you know. That's the lay of the foundations of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, with 718 trillions of kisses. Kisses I got, you know. My message is, of course, hug like you never hugged before. Hug like you never hugged before. 15-20 minutes. Period of hockey, 3 periods is 20 minutes each period, 15 minutes of that. Football, gridiron, and dancing is my favorite sport, you know that. Dancing is my favorite sport, and you know that I love to dance, and I always salute the construction workers help build the forgotten goddess temple, and that's the mountain down to the Mountain Mile Road, which we can be seen from far off, and that's what they gotta do for that circumvision, and the cleaning workers, the dock workers, the ambulance drivers, I gotta send some LOV to the firefighters, and we gotta get it for the coast, we gotta cross, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sing a little bit of that rock and roll with it now. And now we gotta circumvent, pass, turn towards the sun, salute 3 times, the sun, my Pope, the King, and Now it's my time to cross, and I'm gonna go on that go. Just gotta get it for that honk. Welcome to Montreal, 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 Hawk Island, Montreal, downtown. 2.5 million people metropolis, 2.5 million people. Metropolis of 2.5 million people, of course. It's a big island city, you know. Big island city, big island city. And that's why we gotta go do it for today, and we gotta go do it for the now. And it's always something which I gotta be respectful of and gotta be mindful of, and gotta be meditating on every step, every push up, every hawk, everything that I'm of course gonna meditate upon, and gotta be drilling on the fact that it is of course something that I see more red, red, red. And just gonna go salute a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of meditation at 3 as we mount up, and I just wanted to turn a little bit of that around, turn a little bit of that XYZ, and turn a little bit of that XYZ, and gotta get it for the D and the Y and the black and the white and rainbow. And you know, sometimes I'll put on the table kisses as well for my brothers and sisters blacks, brothers and sisters blacks of North America, men and women who are black, 13.3%, you know, population of North America. I'd rather be fighting racism by some action, you know, some feet washing, some kisses, some of that good action, you know, because sometimes blah, 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 and sometimes we have certain dimensions in us which are subconscious, eh? I mean, I've lived my own discrimination against myself being an aspie, but I'm joyous now, just financially stressed, but I'm a joyous aspie. I've been suffered, been depressed, been suicidal, been, you know, thought I died during COVID. I almost died during COVID, but now taking some sun and exercising, I'm always getting on the go and getting on the circumvision and getting for the XYZ, and for those on the cyclists, bikes, going on the melody now, gotta salute the XYZ. And it's always good. I recommend a little bit of sun, you know. It's good for you, brings you in a good mood. That's my Pope, the King, the Sun, and we gotta get it on the XYZ, and gotta admire, you know, the beauty of Montreal. Sometimes here the Montreal Metropolis Island is a 2.5 million people, and you know, we gotta get it on the go sometimes. And gonna let my mane out once I get up to the mountain, that is. Gonna let him a little bit, and let it down a little bit. Let's see. And we always gotta meditate on everything that's happening now, you know, across the North American complex. And I'm always a fan of the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, the grocery store clerks, and all those involved in the production, distribution of food, you know. All those involved in the production, distribution of food, all those, of course, who interject, who do on that play and takes a little bit of action. Please, NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. Please donate 44.9% reduction of the tickets. That's what I'm calling for, the reduction of the tickets, and that's what I'm calling for, the reduction of the tickets, to get it on the XYZ, and to reduce the tickets prices. Please, NFL, National Football League, NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, millionaires, please give some charity. I wouldn't be so selfish, you know, if I would have had some money now, but I don't. I mean, I am financially struggling, but grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, and got food and coffee, and I gotta put a little bit of that red. Gotta put a little bit of that red in it, and gotta put a little bit of that red with it, and that's what I gotta do, you know. So it's something which, of course, I gotta be doing for the day and doing for the now, and that's what I gotta be doing, you know. That's what I gotta be doing here. Hello, are you a worker here?
Yes.
I have a package for somebody.
Okay. Thank you.
This is a package.
Okay.
Just make sure it gets to the right person that's on it. Anyway, so we're gonna go on that rock and roll towards the sun. SUN. Towards the sun. You don't want to be sitting in the shade unless you have to, and work like this, and that's why we gotta get on that interjection, and gotta get it on that complex, and getting on the XYZ and getting on the now, you know, so getting on the go and getting on the do and getting on the now, you know, so that is what it is, and that is what it is, and that is what it is, and we gotta cross the streets, go all the way to the mountain, and yeah, we gotta go it all the way to the mountain, on the clock, on the tick and on the rock, for the butchers and the bakers and the nurses and the doctors watching for the cross the streets, railroad conductors. We're gonna go to get more sun, so yeah, I'm just gonna go straight towards the sun and then turn straight towards the sun. That would be the best option for me to do, you know, and I just had to deliver a little package there. I thought I put pause on the video, but nonetheless, we gotta go on there. Gotta salute the bus drivers. LOV to the bus drivers, LOV, gotta get it on the XYZ for the bus drivers, you know, for the lovers, and gotta get it on the XYZ, and gotta get it on the XYZ, and we gotta get it on the do, you know. And you know, sometimes it's bury me with Papa Crowley up in New Jersey. Bury me with Papa Crowley up in New Jersey. That's the song 24/7. Bury me with Papa Crowley up in New Jersey. A third of me on the city of the pyramids, a third of me here on the mountain as I ascend, you know. So that's what I gotta be doing on the ascension, and it's some things which I gotta be dropping off, and we gotta be doing for the LOV, you know. It's not all about the money. Wall Street, if you make some money now, give 10%. I would have loved to have 44 billion. That would have been 10% of 44 billion, would have been 4.4 billion. That would have been 4,000. That would have been 4,000 million. 4 billion is 4,000 million. A billion has 9 zeros. A billion has 9 zeros. A billion has 9 zeros. Mathematically, not 8. Mathematically. So that's what I would have been doing after Trump got elected. I would have been randomly going with an incognito hoodie down dirty, and I would have given, of course, 50,000, 44,000, 718,000 to anonymous men and women, whoever's in a position. I said, this is your second chance. This is my redemption. Whatever you do this money is up to you. This is my redemption, my second chance. I got plenty of second chances. If I would have stayed where I used to live, I would have probably been dead or in jail. This is what you want to be doing with that. So you do what you want to do with this money. That's my second chance. This is your second chance. That's my redemption to you. Strangers anonymous across North America. Just 50,000. Please, Wall Street billionaires, don't be so selfish. I'm just financially struggling, but you know, my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and that's what it is for now. And I always got to say my gratitude that rent's paid, electricity bills paid, you know, and all this civilization is a privilege to have electricity, electric cars and electricity and running water. All of this is a privilege. Big cities of North America, built cities of North America, it's all a privilege which we got, you know. So we got to get it on the do, you know. We gotta get it on the XYZ, we gotta get it on the go. And they're happy, I'm happy. And that's what is important, you know, my fellow citizens. There's blacks, whites, browns, all North Americans. My brothers and sisters across North America, we need to get that North American Union, you know. That North American Union. You know, that's what it is, man. And here we gotta get it on the go, and always meditating about the complex. The North American complex, and you know how we do. We gotta switch it up sometimes from the left and the right in the center. And as an aspect, you know, I know I'm a weirdo. I already know. I'm a weirdo. Asperger's makes me predisposed to obsessive interest, repetitive words, weird mannerisms, and gestures with a face. So I don't mind if citizens laugh at me. I'd rather be laughed at. You know, I'm just hyper vigilant, you know. I have plenty of scars, lived my own trauma, lived plenty of trauma, lived so much. lived so much trauma. You know, I was surprise attack a few years ago in the Metro, Montreal Metro. Just a vicious surprise attack. I fell, I hit my head, and I had a dislocated right arm. I went to the hospital, I was out, it was like my own Sicilian pirate episode, my own Sicilian pirate episode, my own Sicilian pirate episode. Sicilian pirate, hey, this is good. Yeah. Let's see. I wish I could fill it up, and hey, I'm gonna take some, if you don't mind. What is this? Well, this has to be refrigerated though, guys. I think you gotta be careful because you might get sick from this. It looks like it has to be. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I wouldn't take a chance if it been refrigerated. It says good until 2026, but I'm just gonna take a cookie. Gonna take a protein bar, and I'm gonna take another protein bar here. Thanks. Take what you can, leave what you can. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, gotta take that centrism. Thanks for this. Although I'm gonna have to disinfect my hand, but next time I know that it's there. I didn't know it was there, and that's good that it's there. You know, like in my community, it's food security. Gotta give a salutation. Starts with the farmers, though, eh? Farmers and the truckers who transported these, the food producers, the hand, the labor. That work. It is work. It is labor to get it on the go, and that's what it is. And it takes a little bit of our brains and muscles. So we gotta also think about that with the truckers with it, you know. Truckers with it, the farmers with it, you know. They get it on the complex and they get it on the go, and I get it on the go now as I'm gonna try to rush. I got 10 seconds, but I still gotta turn my head. Left or right, left or right. 5 seconds. My brothers and sisters, indigenous natives, LOV. That's what I got, you know? That's what I got. Love, kisses, and some rock and roll, some tickles. Money, I'm financially stressed, but I don't know. I smelled that gefilte fish. I smelled it, and it has to be defrosted, refrigerator. I read a little bit. It said best until 2026, but somebody else was gonna take a chance. I left it for somebody else, and I got these 3, so to go when I get back from the mountain. This is gonna be when I come back, or at the top of the mountain, or when I go back to my headquarters. I got these 3, so it's good enough, you know. And I left something for others, so it's always good. And
maybe they would not have double.
being an ass, I'm gonna cross the street here. Wait until I cross. Actually, I'm just gonna keep on going a bit. Just have to have a little bit of prudence because I'm a bit on the high step, and I'm gonna just wanna circumvent. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Thanks. Anyway, so as I go to the top of the mountain now, meditating, and always I love you to the youth. Youth is their future, calling all to support the dream. The North American Collective Civilizational Complex, the North American Civilizational Complex, the North American Nauna Democratic Republic, the dream, the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom, the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom, the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom, which is fundamentally a call for a public-private partnership, and we gotta get it on that rock and roll. Hold on a second.